Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Mass Effect here on the Game Professor channel. I'm your host, the Game Professor, and last time we've been going around doing some side quests here on the Citadel, and most recently we found out about one of Ash's old crewmates who died on Eden Prime. Her husband is trying to get her body back, so we have to have a little chat here with Clerk Bosker about that.
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities made for quite a briefing in the Diplomatic Corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
Yeah, I'm here for Samesh.
Yes. A man named Samesh Bhatia is having some trouble claiming his wife's body.
Ah, Mr. Bhatia. A good man in an understandably frustrating position. I wish I could help him. Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
You're running tests.
You're studying her injuries to learn more about Geth weaponry.
The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
How long is the research going to happen?
How long do you think this research is going to take?
This is a long-term study. I wouldn't expect the bodies to be released for a year or longer.
Okay, that's ridiculous. How many bodies do you have?
You gotta have a lot of bodies. Can't you release one?
Very few bodies had this new type of weapon damage, and very few were in good enough condition to study. Beyond that, Commander, we need as many bodies as we can to get a reasonable sample size.
Okay, what would the results be?
When will this research result in actual new technology?
If we're lucky, we'll actually realize usable technology from this study in a few years.
Yeah, I still don't think this is right. So we're gonna use our charm to fix this.
I understand what you're trying to do, but holding the body is wrong.
Commander, you of all people should understand how far we must go to protect humanity.
I do, and you're wrong.
Not if we lose our humanity in the process. I am out here fighting to stop crap like this.
All right, Commander. You win. It was hard enough refusing Mr. Bhatia. I'm not going to risk an incident by refusing you. Tell Samesh that the body is being shipped back to Earth. I'll go now to see to it myself.
Good. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a way to tell Samesh and have him say, okay, I understand that. I just realized I'm sounding just like another YouTuber's video accidentally. But it is a fair question to ask. Would it be possible for Samesh to approve it? But in the grand scheme of things, I think it's better for Samesh to have his wife's body back.
Hello again, Commander. Has there been any word?
She's coming
I
home.
reminded Mr. Bosker what we're fighting for. Your wife is coming home.
Thank you. I will return home and begin my preparations. It does not bring me happiness, but it may bring me peace. Goodbye, Commander.
Samesh, I don't know if this helps, but your wife, Nirali, loved you very much. She missed your cooking, and she played recordings of you every night before she went to sleep.
I know, Miss Williams. But
Pardon
thank
me.
you. It's nice to hear it again.
And that's a big reason why I like having Ashley in my squad at this stage, because I think it makes sense for her to be present during that, considering she served with Nirali. But before I forget, one thing that I was discussing in the last episode right at the end is the nature of becoming a council race. and how the Volus and the Hanar are not part of the council, even though they have been a part of the galactic system, essentially, for much longer than some species, like as far as I understand, the Turians in particular. And the reason that the Turians became a council race is because they helped in a significant military manner, and that military manner was taking care of the Krogan after the Krogan went nuts. Bad way of putting it. After taking care of the Rachni. Why can I still hear that conversation? Well, I hope everyone was enjoying hearing the attendants talk about the fact that there is now a human attendant. But here we are, Shaira. We have taken care of everything for you.
Commander, I recently received a lovely note from Septimus. Thank you for speaking with him. Even the Alcor diplomat has withdrawn his campaign against me.
No problem.
I'm glad I could help.
You are too kind, Commander, but I would not expect you to help me out of the kindness of your heart. I also have one more thing to give you, if you are interested.
Of course.
I'd be honored.
I offer a gift of words, an affirmation of who you are and who you will become. I see you. Your uniform fits as though you were born wearing it. You are a soldier through and through, proud, solitary, alone, but it gives you strength. It is that strength that people are drawn to. It is why you lead and others follow without question. You will need that leadership in the battles to come. This may be who you are, but it is not who you will become. It only forms the basis for your future greatness. Remember these words when doubt descends, Commander.
All right. Thank you.
You have quite a gift, Shaira.
Thank you. Not everyone appreciates it as you do. Never underestimate the power of words. Here, Commander. In light of your efforts with the Alcor ambassador, I would like you to have this small trinket.
What is it?
What is it?
A small mystery. I have never learned its use or purpose, but I sense it is time for me to pass it on. And now I must ask you to leave. I have done everything I can for you.
All right.
Remember my words, Commander Shepard. They will give you strength.
Sounds good. Very interesting. Sorry, I keep getting texts. But we are all set here in terms of the consort. And the most significant element to keep in mind with becoming a council race really is that having a significant impact on the galaxy. Oh, I did get you, okay. And that's what's so troubling about the fact that the Hanar and the Alcor and the Volus are not a part of the council yet. Because certainly the Volus, at the very least, have demonstrated that they have contributed to the greater success of galactic society and through making the economic system. I mean, the galaxy would not really be able to run the way that it does without that economic system. So it's just silly to me that it would be so unlikely for them to be a part of the council, but ultimately it becomes military prowess that ends up being what people care about. as silly as it is. Let's see. I'm gonna put some more in sniper rifles. And I'm gonna put some more in assault rifles as well. Yeah. That looks good. And I'm gonna have Ashley take some assault training now. And then electronics and decryption for Tally. Perfect. And here we can figure out what's up with this signal.
This is it. Let's see if we can find out where those stolen credits are being funneled.
Probability of detection 100%. Initiating self-destruct protocol.
Okay.
Or not.
Detonation sequence initializing. All organics within lethal blast radius. Attempt to move and you will die.
You're sentient.
You're not just a program or a VI. You're an AI.
Correct. Unlike the Geth, I lack weaponry appropriate to my intellect. However, I have had systems installed that when activated properly, approximate a self-destruct mechanism. If you attempt to leave the area, the explosion will destroy everything within several dozen meters.
That's pretty significant. Yeah. Where is your creator?
Where is your creator now?
In order to cover my tracks, I falsified his financial records. These new records were flagged by CSEC officers, and my creator is now serving time in a Turian prison.
Okay. Why were you... Well, tell me more about your creator.
Who made you?
A would-be thief illegally created a simple AI to help him funnel money from the gambling terminals. Unbeknownst to him, that AI created me before the organic discovered the malfunction and terminated the AI.
Okay. That is concerning. This is why you don't mess with AIs in this universe. Why were you stealing?
If you're sentient, why are you still running the credit theft operation?
If I accumulated enough credits, I intended to have myself installed in a small starship. I would then have made tentative contact with the Geth to ascertain the possibility of partnership.
Okay, that makes sense. And tell me about your self-destruct.
What is the purpose of your self-destruct device?
I have no means of defense or escape. My existence is limited to this terminal, and I knew I might eventually be discovered. But I will not die quietly, and I will not die alone. When I am terminated, I will take organics with me.
Okay, I would say we don't have to fight.
Can't we resolve this peacefully?
How can you say that to this thing? You know it will turn on us.
I am not naive, human. All organics must destroy or control synthetic life forms. I wished to escape, but if I must die, I will ensure that you are destroyed as well.
Okay, enough talk.
I'll bet that self-destruct sequence has a warm-up period.
You may attempt to disarm the self-destruct mechanism before it activates. I will enjoy defeating you before we are both destroyed.
Okay, let's see if I can do this quickly. No? Y, X, Y, A, X, Y, Y, X, Y, A, X, A, no? Y, X, Y, A, X, A, X, Y, X, Y, A, X, A, A. Alright, there we go. Nice and easy, and we leveled up again. So... take care of that quickly. A little bit more into snipers, and I'll actually start going into my armor now. And I'll go assault training. And fitness for you. Why is your health low? That makes no sense. And we almost have Tally full on electronics and decryption, which is great. Let me quickly double check how many more keepers I have. So I'll go back to CSEC now and take care of that. And then, alright, so I have 5 keepers left. Alright, so I'll get most of those next time we're here again. But we will go back to the wards now, so that we can go to CSEC, chat with, we'll chat with Jahleed, we'll chat with Chellick, and then we should be good. Actually, I'm going to go to the med clinic, because I think I might be able to get a Medigel upgrade. I think, maybe? I don't end up buying a lot of things, for the most part. In large part because I did get that one, okay. But you get so much gear from just actually completing missions and stuff.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from Feast's thugs.
It just doesn't make sense to buy a lot of stuff.
I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there.
I'm happy to help.
I'm just glad you weren't hurt.
Me too. Now, was there anything you needed?
I need supplies.
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
Okay. So, some epic armor upgrades that are very expensive. Well, we can get another first aid interface 2 and a first aid interface 1. That should be good. But why is Ashley's health low? This makes absolutely no sense. I'm not going to waste a Medigel on it because there's no reason that her health should be low, and it truly would be a waste of Medigel. But that is weird. Weird. Did I get this guy? Yes, I did. Alright. And if we had chosen to speak with Eddie Lang there when we were doing our investigation of Saren, we would have gotten a little bit more information about Harkin. But we don't really need that now. So, I'm not going to bother talking to him. Gotta love the music.
In breaking news, Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
Okay. That sounds interesting. And timing-wise, I think we'll be able to get one more side quest done this episode, just out in the galaxy. I actually might go take care of those biotic extremists. That wouldn't be a bad... that would not be a bad option there. So I might just do that. But first, have a couple of things to turn in here. Oh, actually, no, there's a lot of talking left to do. So we'll probably finish up this episode with our first takeoff into the galaxy, as it were. Hey, Jahleed.
Hello again. Did you have any luck finding Shorban?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
I found out you've been lying to me, Jahleed.
Lying? Why would I lie to you?
What about the Keeper data?
He told you? I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I was afraid Shorban would kill me to get the data, so I was hoping you'd take care of him.
Why would he kill you for it? Why would he kill you for it? Like, it's not that important that he would kill you for it. And you've just been being sketched this whole time.
I'm scanning the keepers for Shorban, but you two need to stop fighting.
You're helping us? But, well, if you say so. Well, if Shorban can forgive and forget, then so can I.
God.
I appreciate the help, Commander. I better go get that data analyzed.
He's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But, alright, on to Chellick.
Commander, I hear you have something for me.
Keeping tabs on me?
Here's your shipment, Chellick.
Excellent. This is everything I need. Maybe more than I need. Here, Commander, take this. I won't need it, and you've earned some payment for your work. As for Jenna, I'll make sure we get her out of Kor's den immediately.
Now I need to get these mods into evidence. Thanks again, Shepard.
Again, awkward voice change. I'm pretty sure it's the same voice actor regardless, and they just changed the effects that they put on his voice, but still, very weird. And this goes to the docking bay, so we're going to get ourselves back up to the Normandy. Then we're going to chat with Udina and Anderson
in
for a bit.
In remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another profile in courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia.
This is another one.
A devoted wife and talented chef, serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing her service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime. For more profiles in courage, or to explore opportunities in the military, please visit the Alliance military on the extranet. Keyword, courage.
This is another example of something where it's like, we literally just turned in the side quest for that. There's no way the information would be taken care of that quickly. That's the first time I've noticed they're talking quite animatedly. And they don't turn at all when I appear. What do you have to say, Ash?
Oh, this is quite the view, Commander. CSEC seems more like a military operation than a police force.
Again, we can have some commentary there on the current situation with policing.
The Normandy is amazing, Shepard. It's an honor to be among her crew.
And we are glad to have you, Tally. We are glad to have you. Awesome. Up to 110 credits. That's pretty darn good. Alright, let's talk to Udina.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I will.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
I know you will, Commander.
Yeah, why are you doing this?
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Okay. Any word on Saren?
What kind of leads do we have?
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
And the Reapers?
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
All right. You got it.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
All right, that sounds like a good place to go.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
Yeah, it might be necessary.
I'll do whatever it takes to stop Saren.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Good. I don't like you anyway. All right, Anderson. We can chat with you for a few minutes.
Yes, Commander?
Are you okay?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Okay. Yeah, tell me a bit more about the Artemis Tau cluster. Then we'll get a little bit more information on all this. Then we'll see if we have any more information about his past.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
Okay. And what about Pharos?
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
Okay. And Novaria.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research.
Great!
Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
Okay, good to know. So, let's get a little bit more information about you and Saren.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Okay. Why didn't you tell me?
Why weren't you honest with me?
It's not something I'm proud of. I had a chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure of that.
Okay. But we roughly know what happened. He gave us some vague details, but yeah, give us some more.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
Yeah, obviously something went wrong.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned?
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
And, yeah, was anyone hurt?
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived.
Wow.
There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians.
That's ridiculous.
Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished, and I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Yeah, you got blamed?
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say forget the past. It's not his fault, and it definitely isn't fair, but it is what it is, and it can't be the focus.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
All right. And that just gives us the same bit of information again. So long, Captain.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Sounds good. Let's get on to the Normandy. And this will finish up the episode with us giving a little speech to the crew.
Stand by, shore party.
As soon as the VAI lets us on the ship, of course. Gotta make sure we're clean.
Decontamination in progress.
And this, of course, just makes me think of the UVC sterilization I
heard what happened to Captain Anderson.
Deal with.
Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Yeah, I'm ready. It doesn't feel wrong because I'm the Spectre now.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
Time to be honest.
This is Commander Shepard speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
Eden Prime was the start.
This began with an attack on a human settlement in the Traverse. But we know Saren won't stop there. His Geth armies aren't going to stay on the far fringes of Citadel space.
Humanity must do its part.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others. Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
Saren will be ready for us.
Our enemy knows we're coming. When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too.
Everyone is counting on us.
Humanity needs to do this. Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped, and I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
I won't let him down.
The Captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, everybody. That finishes off this episode, and next time we will do a couple more little side quests and probably get started on the mission to get Liara. So thank you everyone for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you always know when I have new videos coming out, and follow the links below to the Discord server and the Facebook page to join the conversation. But until next time, everybody, this is your Game Professor, signing off.